How's it going? Hope everybody... Did you have my phone?
No.
I put it down with... Oh, never mind. Oh, look how red I am. So,
Sweating.
You know, we were just putting away the chickens, and I was like, "Burr, it's cold," and now we're up here by the fire, and I'm like,
Wow, it's hot.
Yeah. Oh, sometimes there's just no winning with temperature, and I feel like spring and fall. You know, like you leave the house in the morning and you need to be wearing like pants and a sweatshirt, and you're still cold.
Right.
But then, like middle of the day, you're like, it's too hot.
Yes.
So that's where we are right now. We're in fall, too hot, too cold, never a good temperature.
Never a good temperature.
I'm sorry, are we keeping you up? John is in his PJs already. Hey, Rebel Canners, how's it going? Hope you're having a good Wednesday.
Number 1, Be Yourself 320.
Hey, Samira, how's it going? Hello, hello from Connecticut to Connecticut. That's fun, local.
Wonder who that is.
I don't know. Are you somebody that we know personally? Oh, sorry. I just opened it up on my phone and not muted.
That's okay. I forgot there was an egg back there and it fell.
That's okay.
Yeah, that was the one that had been
outside. Week outside. Hey, Hilltop Flowers, how's it going? No, you're an hour away. Well, that's still very close compared to where probably everybody else will be coming in from. So that's exciting. So we went to the Big E this weekend, met up with Samira there.
We did.
Ate some food, but not a ton.
Yeah, it wasn't as crazy as we have gone in the past.
Yeah, I didn't stuff myself as full as I think I could have.
Should have had that bloomin' onion.
Yeah, or you know what else I've been thinking of since we left? Remember those Millennium chips that are like
the potato that's like spiraled?
Right, like a spiralized potato that's then deep fried. Like, sign me up for that. Yeah, we had a good time too. And man, so Samira brought her baby with her. Her baby was just born a couple months ago. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Silent mode activated. And when I met my friend Susie's baby for the first time too, we went to this big festival with Samira, silent mode, and 2 months. And when I went to meet my friend Susie's baby in Vermont, we went out to breakfast, like to a restaurant. Then we went apple picking, and same thing, silent mode. I love a baby in silent mode. It wasn't
not that much.
No, not that much, but it wasn't dramatic at all.
Yeah, that's good.
Compared to when people bring like 2-year-olds around us, and I'm like, ooh.
Well, toddlers are the worst.
Never.
Terrible twos, right?
We just had one of our friends who lives like right up the road here, like 5 minutes, came and visited, and her kid had like a meltdown. It was so sad.
Only at the end when she asked her to say thank you.
Yeah, but like a big meltdown.
Refused.
Yeah, but like refused and also said thank you. It sounded like that's what she was saying.
I thought she was saying like.
It sounded like to me what it sounded like was say thank you, just like over and over and over. Wild. So dogs are quite a bit easier.
In some ways.
In some ways, certain dogs, not necessarily our dogs, but some
dogs.
We
can just leave the door open and leave the house.
Oh,
can't do that with kids.
Yeah, that's true. Well, depending on their age. If TNS comes in here, her dogs got skunked.
Oh.
Last night, she has it on like the Ring cam.
Oh no.
Yeah. So nothing like having video of your like the worst night of your life.
Who was it? Was it
skunk dogs?
Pepper?
Oh.
No, one of our dogs got skunked. Oh yeah, it was Pepper. Because I remember we were out there washing her at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Not like skunk dogs though.
No.
That was like nothing I've ever
That
seen.
was an entirely different
Oh,
level.
hey Sweeney's Creek, how's it going? Yep, her Australia friend, full of fun facts of animals that'll kill you.
Fun facts of terrifying natures. Huntsman spiders and such.
Yeah, just all the poisonous things.
That's where the poisonous things come from, right? Australia?
Yeah, they import them on over.
Yeah.
We're not buffering, are we?
I don't think so. We're talking to people.
Okay.
Refresh yourself.
Refresh myself. I've got the chat rolling on my laptop. Though really, I can read that chat just fine.
Can you?
Yeah.
That's good. So what do you want to talk about?
We could talk about the chicks that came and the eggs that didn't.
Okay.
You want me to talk about those things?
So we ordered a bunch of chicks a long time ago.
Yeah.
And one of us like completely forgot about it.
We talked about it like constantly.
Yeah, but I guess I just kind of try to
Blacked it out.
Yeah.
Like, will not. I have 6 kids. You're right. Animals are easier. That's a lot of kids.
That's a lot of kids.
You are way outnumbered.
Yep. Well, in terms of animals, we are also
Yeah.
way outnumbered. But
Hey, Rick.
6 kids are a lot more than 20 alpacas and 300 chickens. A lot more work. Anyway,
So we got chicks in from Meyer Hatchery, and 36 chicks came.
it was 39
39.
because I think we got 3 full, 3 free.
Mm.
Hey, Mulberry Branch,
Oh, hi. Are you going live tonight?
let us know.
I didn't see Mulberry. Oh, they're there, listening while doing chores. All right. Well, sorry to interrupt your chores, but we have questions. Yeah. So that was good to see all the chicks come in well and healthy, and
Yeah, not one loss, and so far they're all
yeah.
doing well.
And then we had.
What kind of chicks did we get?
Oh, okay, yeah. Wow, look how red my eye looks. I touched our kitten and then touched my eye.
Touched our kitten. She was playing with the cats for like an hour and a half outside today.
Yes.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just funny. I touched a kitten.
Touched the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like snuggled
Little
it, loved
different,
it,
yeah.
carried it around, rubbed it. Oh, hi, Ann. No problem. Thanks for coming. We appreciate it.
So we got 12 Rhode Island Reds, so 10 girls, 2 boys. Then we got 12 Appenzeller Spitzhaubens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, same thing, 10 girls, 2 boys. And then we added to it blue-laced red Wyandottes.
That's like the only chicken name that I can say better than you.
That's the only time I've messed it up.
Oh, okay.
I call them the blurs because it's
Blurs.
easier than all that.
Yeah.
But that was Catherine's latest fascination.
Obsession, yeah. Though I'm still the only breed of chicken that I still really want to get my hands on is some of those told once. But besides those,
Let's take a vote. Who thinks Catherine should get some toll bunt
well,
without looking at what
no,
they look like?
y'all should see them. Please hold.
So anyway, so usually when you get chicks through the mail, there's some loss right at the beginning.
Ugh, they're so cute.
But these guys all came in just fine.
I just almost fell. All right, tell me that we don't need to have some of those. They look to me like literal candy. And a lot of people who breed them have frizzles, genes in them. And I can't with how cute they are. And I would happily trade. Somebody just said, who said that Rhode Island Reds are great?
Number 1, be yourself 320.
So, I agree. Great chickens. But if we're thinking about selling hatching eggs, I don't know if like the Rhode Island Reds and the Barred Rocks are the way. Why not at this point? You know what I'm saying?
To me, those were more like
Hatching
Just-
them ourselves
yes.
and selling chicks. Yeah, I'm with you there, I suppose. I think a lot of those porch chickens are turning into Barred Rocks.
okay.
Have you been out there lately?
I was out there today.
We're gonna have a bunch of Barred Rocks, I think.
They could be Dominiques or different. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, so we have to decide. What I would really like to do is find some hatching eggs that aren't over $100 a dozen for these told ones.
Mm-hmm.
Or even, I mean, I even had sent somebody $200 to try to get 2 dozen hatching eggs, and like 3 weeks went by, and they were like, my chickens, they're not laying right now. And we were like, okay, why don't you go ahead and give us our money back?
Yeah.
So, still working on that, but I think everything else is going good. The Ayam Samanis that we have are getting big and they still look good.
Yes. Yes to all of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you want to talk about the...
Hey, Walterman Homestead.
Oh, hey, Walterman
Haven't
Homestead.
seen you guys in a while.
Yeah.
Good to hear from you.
The HOA is coming up and they're going to it and they posted
Oh, cool.
their their shirt, like their merch
Mhm.
shirt, and they were like, "We're gonna be wearing this. Everybody come say hi."
Nice.
So I think that'll be fun for you all. Maybe someday we'll go to that. Hey, Em, how's it going?
Where is it in Tennessee?
I'm not sure.
Forget where it is.
I mean, I know it's far enough away that we would need to like either really drive or probably fly.
Yeah. So too far for now.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but it's just, I mean, it's getting so complicated to even Virginia. Oh, I guess that's not that far. We could drive there.
Yeah, I think that's the same distance to like Michigan.
Well, I don't know. I've driven there before, but I've driven to Michigan before too. So
I think it depends where in Virginia.
that's true. Virginia's probably a big state. Well, much better. I mean, anything's better than Connecticut, right?
In terms of driving, too.
In terms of being a big state.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when we were driving to Michigan and we were in Pennsylvania for like.
Well, Pennsylvania is freaking. Well, and it's also because
big.
it's east to west big.
Right.
Which I think Virginia is the same way, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I vote Michigan. Yeah, well, if they would put the HOA in Michigan, then we could have a place to stay because I have family who lives in Michigan. Plus, we could even like see my family, which would be nice. I don't get to see them, all that often.
Yeah.
I like that section of the family. Oh, answer to offer we talked about before I forget. The girls are in. Oh, good. So Samira is going to borrow one of our incubators and hatch a whole bunch of eggs on her kitchen table because when we went to part of the biggie is like they have like chicks and eggs hatching and everything to like show the people the animals. And I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. But like also when we left the house, we had like one chick out. And then when we got back to the house, there were 5 chicks out. So it's like happening on our kitchen table. We don't necessarily like need to go to the biggie.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 years ago, we would go and we would see the chicks hatching and be like, oh,
take,
that's
like,
so
all these
cool.
Pictures, be like, oh.
But then we've probably hatched like 1,000 chicks.
Yeah. Not that it's still cool.
Yeah.
But it's not like pay admission.
Right, right.
pay for parking. Go watch it. But anyway, so Samira's going to borrow her incubator and hatch some eggs.
Great.
Yeah, that'll be super fun.
Yeah. And it also gets an incubator out of our house.
Yeah, I think that one with the auto rotator, so it's not so hard to deal with.
Sure.
Well, and plus we have both of the other incubators currently running. No, just one of them.
Just one of them.
Yeah. So that'll be fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And then either she'll keep some of the chickens or just give them on back when the novelty of having indoor chickens wears off.
Which is quite soon.
For you?
Well, it depends because remember when we had the indoor brooder when we were living in the big house?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it got dusty.
It gets dusty fast.
Yeah, my asthma would start to go crazy.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, well, anyway. But because we have, hey, Crazy Life, how's it going? Oh, hi, nice to see you. Pebbles Ride.
Oh, yeah.
Pebbles Ride of infamy.
The pony ride.
Well, who was just here and had? Oh, Stacy. She got a Pebbles Ride too, but she must have been a little bit taller because it.
Well, she rides horses all the time.
Oh, that must be what it was. Yeah. Our friend came over and like was not so because I was like grabbing on to you, being like, oh my god, please don't die.
I think she was also a little taller, which makes a big difference.
Yeah. Right. Oh, okay. Well, so it must maybe be primarily height.
Yeah.
But she had her kid in her.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pebbles, please don't kill our guests.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw something on the fire.
Okay. First for the no saddle. Yeah. What is it? Bareback is that what they call it? That sounds dirty now that I've said it. Anyway. Yeah. Okay, so in other things that are going on around here, you've got a spark on your shoe. There you go. So we sent priority mail boxes days, right? They used to cost, yes, bareback. Okay, that's good. Just sounded weird. Priority mailboxes, the medium size, used to cost $15.50 to ship. Now they cost $16.25, and it used to be 2 to 3 days, and now it's 5 days. So we mailed
Suddenly it got much brighter.
I know. Should we do a Yule log for a second to see?
No.
No? Okay. Sorry. we shipped somebody a package of eggs on Monday
Of last week.
of last week, so that was the 27th. And I also shipped my sister a care package of baby clothes and diapers, because her baby is due today, tomorrow? No,
I
today.
think Sunday.
Isn't it between you and Andy?
Yeah.
Oh, and you're
So maybe
first
it's
and Andy
Saturday.
is second.
Who am I? When's my birthday?
To Friday.
To Friday.
To Friday.
To Friday.
Hey, TNS, how's it going? I was just telling John that your dogs got skunked, and we are both sorry for you, and
Yes.
hope that that's going well. Okay, so, Fermented Home said, "Wow, hi, how's it going? Wow, what a good turnout. We got 16 people in here. That's pretty good.
Quite the reunion.
Thank you for coming, everybody."
Yes.
So yeah, we shipped hatching eggs out on Monday of last week, and those were headed to Missouri. So like, firmly that away, right?
It was Wednesday of last week. Because they were supposed to arrive by Friday of last week.
What date was the 27th?
It wasn't the 27th, though.
Yeah, it was. That was the receipt. Remember we just looked?
Mm.
And then the 28th was the last known scan.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So 27th they leave. They go to Massachusetts with my sister's box, apparently. Not that they go to her house, but that was the last place that they were scanned, is in Massachusetts. That was on the 28th. And since then,
Nothing.
nothing. So it's highly frustrating. The poor guy that bought the eggs is like, hey guys, any update on that? Or like when you click the tracking information, does anything show? So
Yeah, it's like, what are we supposed to do?
yeah, it kind of puts us in a bad situation because the post office says that they don't guarantee an arrival time anymore. But like, if I'm shipping hatching eggs, they need to come within a certain reasonable amount of time.
Well, with the price increase and with the delay, it may make sense to do something like FedEx.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, next time we're shipping eggs, we can price it out both ways. Because to see if FedEx has like a 2 to 3 day guarantee.
Well, they do, because they have 3-day select or second day air.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those guarantee those dates.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then they have different ranges, like early morning, middle of the day, and end of the day.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we'll see.
USPS is not dependable, period. Yeah, well, there's the government for ya.
Well, and it used to be like, that's how everybody mails hatching eggs for the most part.
And it's also how like hatcheries send chicks. I'm
Right.
assuming not in like priority mail flat rate boxes that are 5 days.
No.
But
Well, 5 days is too long, regardless
Mm-hmm.
of chicks or
oh, hey, my
eggs.
dad is here. Hi, Dad. Hey, John and Kat, trip to Michigan would be fun for you too. We just got back there from 2 weeks. Have plenty of room in the Cleveland.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you had fun in Michigan.
Yeah.
I want to go. You know where I want to go someday?
Oh boy. Where do you want to go?
Oh, I thought you heard that sound.
I did.
Should
It
have
sounded
won.
like fireworks.
Okay. I want to go to the Grand Garden show at Mackinac Island.
I really want to go there too.
I think that would be a fun thing to do, and I bet we could twist my dad and Kathy's arm into like meeting us there.
Is that where is Swan Island?
No,
Oh no, Mackinac Island's in
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah. Swan Island is though I would love to go there too. They have a Dahlia festival where they like open up their fields and you can
Nice.
go walk through. I would stinking love to go there.
They're in Oregon.
Yeah. Oregon.
Abby's Life on the Farm. Hello.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for coming. So, yeah, I think that would be fun to go to.
Yep. For sure.
Better bring a formal dinner. coats required. Yeah, that's what's that place called? Oh, the hotel, the Grand Hotel. Is that what it's called? The Grand Hotel? And they have the world's largest front porch there. It's like the whole length of the hotel, and it overlooks like the beach or maybe the cliffs.
Interesting.
But that's only at that one restaurant. You're gonna talk John out of it if you keep talking about formal attire.
I'm okay with formal attire.
Oh, are you? Well, I'll have to dust off my evening gown.
Do you have an evening gown?
I have my wedding dress. That counts.
I don't think that counts as a gown.
Because it's too short?
Yeah.
Just don't go to Plum Island. Why? What's that? I mean, sounds nice.
Money and fancy stuff. Kathy says. Nice.
Somewhere in Time was filmed there. Is that something you've seen? You know who I bet have seen that is Ann and Rick, because they seem to have seen everything.
All the old movies. And I'm guessing that's an old movie.
Yeah, it sounds Somewhere in Time.
Yes.
I think I saw somebody else pop in. Oh, hey, Bruce. Hello, Swarmstead. How's it going? Thanks for coming. Okay. What else?
I don't know.
We went to our old place and broke down our farm stand, which was a little sad for me.
Yeah.
It's like not that old.
I'm gonna look that up.
Because
we keep getting people who are showing up not knowing that we've moved.
So my dad said, yep, great place, but expensive. Lots of other lodging on the island and a bunch more on the mainland. Yeah, I feel like we wouldn't have to stay on the island. It's because you can take like a ferry out and do like a day trip, right? That's what it is in my mind, because I think that's what we've done. And then you'd have more choices. Anyway, what did I just? Oh, the farm stand. So yeah, there were people who were still stopping by and like knocking on the door at our old house looking for like eggs and flowers and things, which is probably kind of annoying to our friends who live in the house.
Also, Somewhere in Time was made in 1980, which as of this moment was 41 years ago. So
wow,
I would say that qualifies as an old movie.
That's wild that 1980 was 41 years ago.
My birthday's coming up, and I'm going to be 35.
35 sounds like a spring chicken compared to 41.
It's not that big of a difference.
Oh, I know. God, 41. Did you guys, did anybody see the thing online that was like, kids these days are calling the 80s and 90s the late 1900s? If that doesn't make you feel old, I don't know what does.
Well, I mean, that's how they'll go through it in like history books.
Fermented Homestead, thanks for joining us. Have a good night. And yeah, in history books, that's fine, but to have just like people call it that.
Early 2000s.
Yeah, that somehow doesn't sound as bad, because, when you think of like the late 1900s, to me that reminds you of like, the 1700s.
Steam engines and horse and buggies.
Yeah, and like the plague or whatever. Yeah, it's just gross.
Even though I think the plague was like 1300s, but 1600s?
There have been several plagues, including
yes.
Currently.
Current.
Stop that. No more counting. I know. You can't get too deep into this. Anyway.
Just is what it is.
Yeah.
Yum, yum, yum.
Okay. Well, I remember it came out Jane Seymour and Christopher Reeves. It's still the island's claim to fame.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, the geocache family. Hello. How's it going? Love the sign. That's actually what I was just trying to talk about, and I keep sidetracking myself. So we broke down the farm stand, and I also took down, we have like this sign that was on the side of our old barn, and we had our farm stand sign that was up saying like, hi, thanks.
Hi, thanks, bye.
Honor system, here's our Venmo, stuff like that. Yeah. Took that down, and then I also took down, we had that old sign that was like long and thin that said the alpaca barn at Old Reading Farm, established 2019. Took that down too, but then couldn't fit it in my car, so left it there.
So it's been literally 2 years since we built the alpaca barn, because we're coming up on the anniversary of picking up our first alpacas.
The 2 year, or the 3 year?
The 2 year. 2019.
2021.
Yes.
Yes.
Math.
Did you paint that bee fence? Yeah, so that fence is gonna stay there. Hey, Sweet Pea Farm, no worries. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fence is.
It's a part of that house now.
Yeah, and I think it makes sense, especially for like how.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice addition for using
for,
that.
Forever. For anybody who
Right.
ever lives in
Yeah.
that house, I think they'll appreciate to have it. But it also, like, when we were there, it gave us a lot of privacy because that was like our little side door in. And if the farm stand was up, we could kind of like.
Just peek over, yeah.
Or like, if there were people who were confused, they could also kind of like knock on the fence, which happened plenty.
Yes.
But at least then they weren't like coming and like looking in our windows of our house and like knocking on that.
Because we've had people do that too.
Yes.
But
That's farm stand life for you.
yeah. Yep. Comes with the territory.
My bloodhound got sprayed, so I'm.
Spayed.
Oh, spayed.
Yeah,
I
you
thought
can-
we were going
you
back
can
to
read it.
skunks.
No.
Yeah, I know. Should I bring this back
No,
out?
you're fine.
Oh,
Ghost Catherine.
yeah. Speedy recovery to your dog, and
Yes.
I don't know. It's probably not the first time you've had a dog get spayed, but the first time we had a dog get spayed, we were like super careful about keeping her like movements minimized, and then like as told to by the vet, and then the next time we were like, oh, it'll probably be fine.
They're all just coming back.
Um,
So the second one was Pepper, and she was a lot more active than she should have been, and she ended up with a seroma, which was just like a little.
like a pocket of extra liquid
Yeah.
that the body made to like protect the incision or whatever. But then when it popped open or bled or leaked
Yeah.
through the incision, it was like mostly just water, but there was like a touch of blood in it. But it was dark and we were like, oh my God, blood everywhere, and like panicked and had to. Oh, did I cut my hair off? Yes, I did.
Yes. It's also dyed pink.
Slightly pink, a little bit of pink. Wow, look at how short that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went from needing 3 hair ties to hold it up to just 1. Looks crazy though, because I've had it up
For 2 weeks.
2 weeks straight, and it's very dented. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah. So anyway, keep your dog still, or if you do develop seroma, don't panic because it's not like gushing blood; it's just gushing liquid.
And it's also funny that Pepper developed the seroma,
Because
whereas
she's a
if she-
lazy log.
Right. If she got spayed now, it's like she doesn't do anything anyway.
Right.
Ridiculous.
We got our dogs one of those soft cones after they were fixed, and it still makes me laugh thinking about him walking into walls. Yeah, we've never really been able to put cones on our dogs because, like,
Well, so they're already so big, and if you add,
a cone that needs to be big enough that they can't reach anything, so it literally has to be out to here.
we put one on Pepper, and it was the largest size that they had, and she kept like touching the walls, and it would scare her.
Yeah,
So then she just wouldn't move.
right. She would basically break.
Right.
like just error 404 not found.
Yeah.
Cannot, will not.
So that was fun.
Yeah, and because our vet had told, like, our regular vet had told us to put like a T-shirt around her to keep her from fussing with it, and this vet was just like, no, not like the emergency vet was like, no, you need a cone, and I mean he probably just wanted to sell us like a
cone.
$40 emergency cone.
Yeah.
It's like walking a lampshade walk around, yeah. But except for Pepper, it was like a lampshade for giants. She like. If she was to try to get through a door, she would have had to have been like perfectly lined up, like headed straight, not turned in any direction. Like,
She's too sensitive for that kind of thing.
yeah, right. Have a good
See you
night.
later.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you.
My Hazel is having such a hard time getting through doors with the cone. Yeah. Pepper can relate. Maybe you want to try the T-shirt, because if you put like a man's T-shirt on, like put her head through spade, yeah. So her head through the head hole and her front 2 arms through the armholes, and then you like tie, like the little knot around to make it fit her waist.
She just can't get to it.
Right, then she won't be able to get to the incision as long as the t-shirt is long enough. Maybe it's worth a try.
What happened where...
But this is not medical advice.
No. And then there was Anne, I think you may be back a ways. So
that happened to her last time.
Why don't you type it out? Because if I say it, it won't happen. Anne's back a little way, so we'll ask her to scooch forward.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the t-shirt worked pretty well. There was another thing, I forget what it was, where one of them had a cut on their paw or something like that, and they told us to put a sock on them. And then trying to get the sock to stay was just impossible. It would take like 10 minutes to get her like angled so we can get the sock on, and then it would take her less than 30 seconds to just rip it off. And
is it John's birthday?
Friday.
Woo! Party, party! So tomorrow we're going to go out to his favorite restaurant.
I'm excited about that.
And then Friday we're having a big fam dinner here at the family compound.
The compound.
Which will be fun.
Yes.
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 So.
Should be good.
Yes. Very exciting.
Yep.
Getting old, 1 year at a time.
Yep.
Happy birthday!
Thank you, everybody.
Yay, it's so fun. Oh, look at birthday boy.
Birthday boy.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I don't know why I'm so tired. It's like this.
No, it's.
Hey, Copper Kettle Farms.
Oh, hey, Copper Kettle Farms.
It's like a reunion today, I swear.
Yeah. You know,
Very nice.
Sweet Pea, who went live right before us, had a bunch of people in her live too. There were like 25 people at her peak that I saw. It was
Nice.
Really great turnout. Celebrate all week when it's your birthday. Yeah, we could have done a better job at that. Oh, we should talk about hay.
Yeah, we could talk about hay.
Yeah.
So it has been very difficult to get hay this year for the alpacas because they.
Besides from a feed store, we can always go there.
Right.
Oh, Copper Kettle, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's fun. What are you
fun.
gonna buy? Maybe an extra drink.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night on your birthday.
Oh, yeah, maybe you can drive home.
You. Whoa. Okay, they'll be designated driver. That'll be fun. Thank you so much. We really, really
Yes, thank you.
appreciate that.
That's
That was
very
super nice.
So we had struggled to get hay that wasn't from the
Hey, Hannah, how's it going?
the feed store, and so
everybody's here.
everybody's
it's so
here.
Nice.
It's very
Sorry
nice.
I keep interrupting
It's
you.
okay. So let's see. So we were able
One
to get
more
it.
interruption.
Go ahead.
Hannah, when's your due date? You must be right around the corner, right? I'm excited to see your baby. Carry on. 8 days. See,
Wow.
I knew it. Happy soon to be baby birthday. You think you're going to be on time? Wow, so many babies
Yes.
popping out all over the place.
Catherine's sister is due on Saturday.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, and Samira just had hers 2 months ago. Susie had hers 2 months ago. Jess is pregnant and due later, couple more months. Maybe a bunch more months. I forget Jess's due date. Okay, let's talk
Later
about
on.
hay.
So we had struggled to get hay that wasn't from a feed store, and the problem with that is that we were paying $12 to $13 per bale of hay. And so now we are currently going through like 2.5 bales a day, 2.5 bales per day. So that's like over $30 a day just in hay.
Yeah, that's wild when you say it like that. Ugh.
Yes. So
Try not to think about it.
yeah. So I spent a lot of time on like Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and just trying to find somebody who sells hay, and got a couple people like here and there. We were actually even referred to a guy who's in our town by our friend Randy, but he actually didn't have any second cut hay. He just had first cut.
Will he have any later?
I don't think so. And so I guess with him, he like basically hays for people.
Yeah,
So
one of the
it's-
people who
it's-
does the split.
Right. So
yeah.
it's the deal where, yeah. Well, and yeah. So the problem, Rebel Canners, is that the only stores The only places that the stores near us are able to get hay are either Pennsylvania, upstate New York, or Canada. So it's like all that shipping cost really just, passes down to us. But we were able to find somebody who was relatively close to us. They're in
hour and a half.
Yeah, Montgomery, New York. So I took the horse trailer up there like 3 weeks ago, loaded it up, and brought it back here. And then I was talking to him about the possibility of him delivering hay. And he was like, hey, what a, good timing. I can actually do it today. And so we got 134 bales
Yay.
delivered today. And so he had an issue with his baler. And so his bales were light.
Which is actually really nice for me, because like a normal 60-pound bale of hay, for me to lift like over into our hay feeder, it's just about more than I can handle. And plus, if they're kind of far away from where they need to go, for me to drag a 60-pound bale of hay from way over there to way over here, it's like exhausting.
It's a lot. Yeah.
And these bales, like some of them are very light, some are a little bit heavier, but like.
So usually what we get from like Agway is like 40 to 50-pound bales. These are like 30 to 40. And so like that 10 pounds makes a really big difference. But so for those loose bales, we only paid $4 per bale. So it was like 30% cheaper for these bales.
An alpaca sleigh wagon.
And so
we just hook them up to Pepper.
Yeah.
Away with you, or Pebbles, even better.
There you go. Yeah, we could attach the gorilla cart to Pebbles.
Yeah.
And have her carry
That's a
it
good
around.
idea.
Yeah. So it was.
To film that.
Good luck. So it was nice, and so between like all of the hay that we got, including the delivery fee, we paid like just over $5 per bale for all the bales that we got, which was like 200. So, 2.5 bales a day. So maybe that's less than what I thought. So that's like what, 10, 12 weeks, something like that. So 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, so if we want to go the rest of the year without going back to the feed store, $12, we'll need to find more.
Right, because he said he's basically out.
Right.
I mean, I guess unless we wanted to buy more of his $7 bales and told him, like, you can deliver it this weekend. I don't know, because he was saying that he's got a lot of people who said that they were going to buy it. So
like spoken for but not paid for.
Right.
It's like we're here with money.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess we do always have Vermont
Option.
For
now, anyway.
Yeah.
So Mo said we don't give that much hay to the horses per day. We have 3, and they each get 1 flake in the morning and 1 flake in the evening. That's like those little sections.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, we could get like those little bag feeders, but to try to...
I've heard that alpacas can get like their heads caught in those.
Yeah, and also just like the logistics of trying to manage, so we have 14 alpacas in here, and so to try to make sure that each one of them just gets like just enough hay.
Yeah.
Like we just can't
Yeah,
manage that.
you're supposed to free feed alpacas hay anyway, because I know that horses you have to kind of like monitor their food intake, because otherwise they'll get fat.
Not so much the case with...
Not with hay anyway. I mean,
right,
you monitor and control their grain intake, but...
Something I was actually wondering about for these guys, if we wanted to put on weight, is alfalfa. You get them a little bit of alfalfa.
Sure, if that's a recommendation for... because they don't really love those beef pellets.
Yeah. It's one of those things where alfalfa is like a treat for them. They're not supposed to have a lot of it. But so...
Get some of it.
Yeah, some good calories.
Sure.
But anyway, so it was great that we were able to find, and this he was a really nice guy, easy to talk to, very helpful.
I know, helped us unload it like a champion.
Yeah, so he had like a full size van and an enclosed trailer full.
Yeah, I helped with the first like 100, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go feed the alpacas.
Well, especially because
with the kids.
So he gave us the rest of his loose bales, and that's what you were able to help with. But then his full size bale are crazy heavy.
Yeah, we did the light ones first, and then he was like, all right, on to the heavy ones. So it's like I'm going to go. Bye.
It looks so good too. Like, so his good hay, and again, this is like one of those things that I've talked to Catherine about it a million times. Like, something that I never thought I would ever talk about in my entire life is like, oh, that's some
18-year-old John
Yeah.
picturing 30 however old
Yeah.
John.
some good looking hay.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Does anyone ever recommend adding black sunflower seeds to put weight on alpacas?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not something that I've
They,
seen.
they don't eat seeds
When
because they and I don't know if maybe sheep do that or something that you would say.
or maybe the pigs.
Right. So they don't. I don't think they have the capacity to like chew and digest seeds
Oh yeah,
because they chew like cud like a cow.
Mhm.
So
I just whenever anybody is looking for recommendations on how to put weight on alpacas, it's always like beet pellets, or they usually say beet pulp, which like I didn't even know what that meant. I sort of thought that people were like going and buying bulk beets from the grocery store and like running them through like a juicer or a food processor. That's what I was picturing. But I did some Googling and then went to the farm store that we usually go to, and I was like, beet pulp? And they were just like, yeah, no problem. It comes in a bag and it's pelleted just like everything else.
woo.
Okay. So Mo says, well, for horses, hay is a filler only animal. Animals waste a lot of hay. Hubby throws the bad hay out into pasture in the morning and the good hay in the stalls each night. Hey, Hardneck Farms, how's it going? Yeah, we're doing fireside chats. We did one last week too, and we thought it went well. It's getting dark so early. We used to do our like rooftop chats, but it was dark, like pitch black last week, 10 minutes into our live, and I feel like this week before we even started, it was like pitch black, straight up nighttime.
Pitch black, straight up nighttime.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, Michelle says, we add black oil sunflower seeds to goat, sheep, and pig feed for the benefits it gives their skin, and it does help in milk keeps weight on them. Well, we can ask in the alpaca groups, because I think the these new girl alpacas, 2 of them are like very thin, really, really needing weight added to them, but they're all a little thin. So I think anything that we could do to put some extra weight on them.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, we'll look into that for sure. So thank you for the tip. The fire sounds comforting. It's ASMR. If I would shut up and stop talking so much. I feed my pet rabbits the black oil seeds. Sounds like something to look into.
All right.
Up their protein content for about 3 months. Yeah, there's 2 different like levels of alpaca feed. There's like it's called maintenance and then textured. Those are like what's on the bags. And the maintenance is like kind of a basic, a little bit less expensive pellet, and it's like lighter in color, and it's like everything's fine here, just feeding my alpacas. And then the textured, they recommend feeding to crios or to nursing moms, or alpacas who need to gain weight. We usually feed like a 50-50 blend, just because we show love through food.
Yes, we sure do.
So the girls who are trying to put weight on are getting all textured right now, plus the beet pellet pulp.
But also, their fecals tested positive for Giardia.
Right.
So the 2 that are very underweight are most likely
Struggling with that parasite.
right. So we're treating them for that. They have their last treatment tomorrow, and then
Which we're really looking forward to, because these alpacas like don't really know us. And then us like chasing them all around and like grabbing them and trying to like shove. It's like a liquid that you have to put like down their throats, and you get this like special long and curved syringe.
tons of fun for everybody involved.
Tons of fun for brand new animals who don't really know or trust us yet.
Well, and we just don't have a good catch pen built, so it's getting them into a corner and then trying to get both of them. It's been a little bit difficult.
Yeah, but it's over tomorrow, and then we can go back to trying to hand feed them and
Right.
give them treats.
And then at the end of the month they get retested, and hopefully all is
Yeah, and then if they're
that's
all
good.
clear, we'll finally be able to introduce them to their friends who came from the same farm but months ago.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to that, and I wish it had already happened, but now I'm glad that we did the
Yes, very glad that we did the whole biosecurity thing.
Yeah, and didn't infect our whole entire herd with some kind of crazy parasite.
Because that would have been a nightmare.
Yes, and the liquid stuff that we have to shoot into their mouths. Oh
That's
my God, it's
expensive,
really expensive.
Panicure.
Yeah, so our vet said, like, you can shop it around, like, please do, because you can get a bottle, like a big bottle of it from Tractor Supply for
like $150, 130, yeah.
Or they were like, we can sell you like exactly the amount that you'll need, and you'll pay more per ounce, but since hopefully
we won't need it.
Again,
Right.
At least not soon.
Right.
So that's what we ended up doing. We paid more per ounce, but just got what we need. So, woof. Doesn't sound like fun to me, but when I was giving my friends goat shots, I thought it would be easier till I remember they were 200+ pound boar goats.
I have never heard of a boar goat.
Me neither. I think I'm gonna Google that. Sounds big.
It does sound big.
Sounds a little dangerous though.
Boar goat. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Look at those.
Yeah.
Let me pull up some images in case everybody else is unfamiliar. Wow. Beefy goats.
Beefy goats. Meat breed.
Oh, meat goats.
There you go.
Interesting. Mulberry Branch said what did they say? We loved our boar goats. I should show it to you, but I tagged Mulberry Branch in because I'm assuming it was Ashley, was like kind of instigating, like, oh, get goats. Somebody posted a video of somebody getting chased, like down a pasture, like down a road, jumped over a fence, like climbed up onto a car. I can't remember exactly, but like, oh no, it was onto a boat. Somebody came like running off an island, like through the water, jumped on the boat, and this goat chased them and jumped on the boat after them. I was like, oh my God, and you said we should get goats? Pass.
Well, and it would be different if, so our friend who came over the other week with the kid, she has goats. And she looked at our prospective flower farm that is riddled with this one weed, and she was like, "Oh, that's the one thing that they can't eat." And it's like, if she had said, "Oh man, my goats would love to eat that," then I would be like,
"Okay, goats
maybe
make sense.
we should get some goats."
Right.
Yeah.
But this weed that's growing is toxic.
Right.
So.
Well, and also I was, one of the things that I want to do long term is like clean all this stuff up, which eventually we will do anyway.
Yeah, I want to do that too.
But even just like when we're clearing a spot for our peacocks, our peafowl, and just driving the tractor over this brush demolishes it. Mm-hmm. And it's like not there anymore, so.
Yeah. But those seeds will set of the chokeberry.
True.
So it'll just keep coming back. It's going to be a nightmare.
Fire. Brush hog.
Yeah, well, and I mean, I think also if we do get, a couple inches of topsoil and a couple inches of compost, and if we put down some poo below all that.
Yeah.
I mean, that should serve as like a pretty decent barrier, hopefully.
Well, I think we'll start cover cropping stuff that we're gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, we should have put a cover crop down.
Well, I think there's still time. Well, down there is too late. But yeah, we should have. But I mean, I think we would have had to put soil down with that anyway.
Yeah, but it at least maybe would have helped with a little bit of weed suppression. Plus, if we had grown buckwheat.
Or winter rye.
I was just thinking about those like pink flowers that grew and how pretty they were. Can you imagine if that whole area was covered in those pretty little pink flowers?
Is that a good cover crop?
I think so. I mean, I'm not a cover crop expert, but I think that's what some people do. Probably not those pink ones because those seeds were expensive, but like regular white buckwheat.
Well, so I was reading a conversation in one of the Facebook groups about cover crops, and somebody was looking for, a harvestable cover crop because they felt that it was a bit of a waste to plant
it
all
in.
this stuff and then plow it in. But everybody was saying that it's like
Kind of the point.
you do it so it brings nitrogen back into
Yeah.
the soil, and like winter rye is a good one because it sprouts so fast and is so hardy, and it has really like
Is it
thick
frost
roots.
hardy?
It's hardy. I don't know that it's. I think it definitely dies in a.
But the roots would hold it in place.
Well, I think the seeds are frost tender, but I believe the
Once it's
grass,
grown.
once it's established, it's pretty frost hardy.
Interesting.
Because that's what a lot of people were saying, and that's the same stuff we grew in the pans.
I know.
Right?
I liked growing it in the pans. We bought like a 50-pound bag of seed, and we would set it up in like lasagna, like aluminum lasagna trays. We set up like 10 of those in our 300 square foot apartment, and we were growing like chicken fodder basically.
Well, I was wondering if at some point on the close side of the chicken village here, if we want to just have that be somewhere where we just grow that, and then we can just like cut it and give it to the chickens over winter.
Yeah, we could try that.
Yeah.
Because I was, I'm thinking about all these roads. Is the long-term plan for those to be wood chips or gravel or grass at some point?
I don't think. Well, it can be grass, but it'll, if we drive over it, it'll just be flat. But I mean, it can be a grass road, or it can be wood. It can be whatever you want it to be.
Love that for me.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice if it was all gravel, but that's going to be
Wildly expensive.
wildly expensive. But I mean, I think wood chips would be good for now. But it's just now we've fenced off all of our wood chips and.
Right. Well, if your fam is going to cut down a bunch more trees,
Yes.
we'll get more wood chips and we'll put them over there. Where
Oh, we
they're
do
more
actually. We have
accessible.
some wood chips over there too.
Yeah, not a
But,
ton.
but we could maybe actually ask them to just dump it like right over there, and then I can just do it.
Do it.
Right. As long as you're okay with wood chips.
Sweeney's
now.
Creek said, "I can't wait for you guys to see our new chicken tractor that JA built. It's amazing. Wow.
Cool.
Is there a video up? We could check that out when we're finish up here. Mulberry Branch, are you guys going
Yes.
live tonight? 8 minutes? Yeah, okay. We'll go check it out after Mulberry Branch is live, because can't do both. Oh, Rebel Canner said it's as hardy as grass. The winter wheat, I'm assuming. That's good to know.
Yeah, I think you
Is
just,
it-
you
yeah,
just
if
got to
you-
get it in before it freezes.
Right, if you can grow it in Michigan, then I'm sure we could grow it here.
Well, then I wonder if we still do have time.
Yeah, I mean,
If we blasted all that stuff down.
What, like weed whacked it or something?
Yeah, or even I just drive over it with the tractor
Mm.
just to kind of kill the plants. Because I also thought about, one of the things that I thought about was wait for the next rainy day
Mm-hmm.
and then go out there with the propane torch and just torch it, just
Mm-hmm.
because that'll kill the seeds.
Mm-hmm.
But then that would be a lot of work and probably a lot
Probably
of propane.
a lot of propane,
Yeah.
yeah. Geocache Family says, if we to get onto our new property in the next week, I'm planting clover everywhere. Do you have a good source of bulk clover seed that you could share with us?
Yeah, because you looked into that and it was
I
expensive,
looked into
right?
that, and it was very expensive, because
Yeah.
every time we had a section of our lawn at our old place die or get dug up and then need to get reseeded, like we did some trenching over there for some drainage problems, like right in front of the alpaca barn, and every single time I was like, oh, I would love to grow clover instead of lawn, because then you don't have to mow it and the bees love it. And
Right.
I love the look of a clover lawn. Like if you Google, oh my gosh, like the most perfect, bright, lovely green. But every place I was looking at, like the seed was really, really expensive. And I was reading from,
Home Depot.
oh, interesting. I was reading from Johnny's, like the planting instructions kind of the different varieties, and like basically like the info sheet. And a lot of them were like difficult to grow, like hard to get to germinate. And I was like, oh, that is not, that's not what I need in my life. Okay, Sweeney's Creek said video under production at the moment will be uploaded this week or early next week. We have been setting up movable electric fencing and the new Energizer on this weekend. Awesome, that's great.
It is awesome. And so is that to like prevent animals from getting there to dig under it? Because one of the because I think I like the idea of a chicken tractor.
I like
and
the
I think,
idea of it too.
Yeah, but then it's like we have so many digging things that it seems like because we
mobile
had
lunch. is
right
what
because
it
we
seems
had
like
we
to
had
me.
one of those cheap Tractor Supply coops, and we had chickens in there for a day, and half of them
I think all but like 2 of them
Right.
got killed that first
because
night.
something just dug right under it and got them all.
And we knew that it wasn't sufficient, but we were like, okay, we're gonna leave them in here tonight,
Right.
and then tomorrow during the day, because I had gotten them like kind of late in the day and sort of as like a last minute bad decision.
And so we, because one of the things that we thought of is like, we have all these weeds in the flower farm. It would be great if we could have a tractor in there to cut down all the weeds and also fertilize the whole place. But that's one of the thing. Yeah, so electric fence should stop that digging.
I'm gonna send us an email with some clover information so that we
Okay.
still have it when this chat
Cool.
disappears.
Yeah, a guard dog also helps for sure.
Yeah. Well,
That's to keep the foxes out and the chickens in during the day. Where'd that go? Let's see. The ramp goes up and they are secured in the tractor at night when foxes are mostly hunting. Yeah.
yeah, I can't remember because that coop we closed up at night, right?
Yeah.
But it was one of those like cheap, like flat pack
Particle board,
ones that you build.
Oh, a guard goose also helps.
Yeah, geese are mean. I don't want mean animals.
You get a donkey.
Okay, I grab red clover seeds on my walk this time of year and scatter them in pasture. That's interesting. Look at deer plot mixes. They have a lot of red clover. Okay. Deer plot mixes, red clover. Sorry, is this interesting to watch me take notes?
Samira says, at least you don't have bobcats.
Oh, yeah.
You mean that picture you took of a chicken in your backyard? Yeah.
Hudson Valley Seed Library.
And yeah, crazy. I saw the Justin Rhodes, the Chickshaw thing, and I've always been one of those people who doesn't like when more than like 100 people like something, I automatically get
Differentiatus.
yeah. So that's a fault in myself that I can see and admit to.
But the tractor that you built for Kate, was that similar to his or different? Like, was that your own design?
That was my own design, but that also had welded wire on the bottom.
Yes.
So, I mean, we could do something like that, but I think that also hinders their ability to really dig stuff. Because I think
chickens, you mean?
Yeah. Because I think the benefit would be for them to eat all the weeds down there, but also like dig them up a little bit too, and eat the seeds,
Right.
all that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
totally true.
So.
Wow, Copper Kettle said, our biggest pain is raccoons. We knocked out 13 raccoons one summer and lost 27 fowl in 2 weeks.
Ugh.
That is awful. I
That is
hate
awful.
that for you. I'm sorry. Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm, is that what that says? Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm. Hello, how are you? A cherry
Chickshaw.
farm, that's fun.
The Chickshaw worked for us for a bit, but the plans were incomplete, and it doesn't let you fix the hardware cloth without taking it apart. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it's...
Samira giving us the countdown.
Oh.
She's helpful. She's a good mom.
I know, that's just like in her nature to be like, hello?
Yeah.
But you know what? And knock on wood, but we haven't had like a real bad troll attack in a
I'm
minute.
telling you that saying the words live chat in the title.
Oh yeah, you stopped doing that?
I did.
Oh, interesting. That must be what it is.
Yeah.
Because people definitely did see that.
Yeah. Well,
Say
I think yeah, just bots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so speaking of incomplete plans, I always wonder, so would the next time you build a hay feeder, which we should maybe try to bump up towards the top of your priority list at some point.
Okay.
I do think that maybe we should try to have plans that people could, because people
Download.
ask us all the time about plans for that hay feeder that we have. Because not that, the perfect hay feeder or whatever, but like at least it would be a starting point for some people who don't know how to build, anything.
Yeah. Well, the next one I would want to build would be a two baler.
A double wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But then you could easily say, like,
Just cut it in half.
cut this in half and you'd
Yeah.
have a single wide. So.
Might need to get me some lumber then.
Yeah. Yeah, because it would make, if you were going to try to let people have the plans for it, it would make sense
We
to
need to
not
use,
be
yeah,
using
we need dimensional lumber.
store-bought materials instead.
But
of
I can start drawing up a plan and then come up with a mats list. All right, so that is our time today.
Thank you very much for hanging out with us.
Yeah, and make sure you go check out Mulberry Branch Live.
Yep, that's where we're going.
Yep. So, thank you guys.
Have a good night. Thank you for coming. Happy Wednesday. We appreciate you.
And we'll see you later.
Bye.